All right. Good morning, everyone. Louis Porcelino, and this is the morning call for March 10th, 2015. Well, they did it to us again, those dirty, rotten overnight dealers, right? We sat here yesterday in this horse shit market, wouldn't do anything. But I want to show you something that's really important when you're trading profile, all right? You see this here? This was the mode yesterday, 2075 and a quarter. All this they call TPOs above the market. When you have TPOs, they call this time. So time spent above the market, all right, with the mode down here, that is indicative of a market that is going to go down because the um, time is spent above the market and the volume area, the point of control, is the attractor. So, yesterday when you look at this, we knew it. I said this was unfinished. We had a down bias and so on. So, I think volatility is going to start picking up. We're not going to get these days. We're getting the range down here now. This is start getting interesting for people. So that's what I'm looking for. So that's an important thing that from now on we'll cover that today at the live session if we have time. But that was important. We've made a low of 55 already. Kind of through all the S1, S2 already. So I'm going to scoot back over here. All right. And so there's a low here at 53, an old low of 53. Okay, that's definitely a target. We got an old high here of 51.75, so 51.75 to 53. One of the ways I go back and I look for that, here's an old mode, 48, and then here's the longest line of letters, 2044 half. If you see that, that becomes a high volume area. So we're going to be an attractor there. Another old mode, 2041, basically. And then we have this 2036 half, 2036 half. But this right here, remember I talked about that ugly low? All right. So that's all the targets we got on the bottom, which we're not that far away. Uh, and when these people want to sell it, they can get the market moving to the downside. So that's what we got when it comes to profile. Um, take a look at today's value area low is 2072 and a quarter. 2073 half is the bull bear zone. 2075 and a quarter point of control. 2079.75. So I'm thinking on the opening this morning, we're probably going to get some buyers because these guys that have been shorting it all night are going to, take their profits. Looking to go back in this area, the 72 area. Let me bring that profile in and let's see things that we should be looking at as far as if there's any single prints up above. All right, so when I look at profile, yeah, we got a bunch of single prints here from 70, 75 up to 72 and a quarter. All right, we got one right here at 66. We got another one here at 61. So we got to be careful on that. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on where another negative bias. The market make a move, try to get back inside value, and so on. That's what we got to look at. I think there's really strong resistance at 73. 73. So, uh, looking at that. All right, oil. Okay. So oil, 49.76 crude oil is the bottom of value. We're going to use the bull bear zone 50.02. 50.08 is our point of control. 50.52 the top. Bull bear zone 50.02, and the bias is up. That's why this is in green. I should have wrote it on here, but bias is up. Okay, it's a 2-day chart, 2-day 30-minute chart. Um, just showing you the value area now. All right. Let me bring the gold in here. All right. We have the Top of value at 11.70 20 cents. Point of control 11.67. Value area low 11.62. Bias is down. Bull bear zone 11.65.80. So right here we're testing it. We're back inside value. If it can't get outside value and fails up here, look for the market to go back down. Gold. Gold slow down about almost $100 from last month. So it's slowly going down. Let's look at bonds. All right. So bonds have staged a bit of a rally. Okay. We still have a down bias. The value is way down here, 156.26. Point of control 150. Sorry, that should be 153.23. Value area low is 156.10. 156.10. I don't know. I had the market thing get in there, but if I take a look, if you look in this, so you got value area high 156.28, value area or point of control 156.23, and the bottom is 156.10. Well, I had the bull bear zone at 57 today. Went right through it up here, and it's been rallying ever since. We still got a negative bias on the bonds. You could almost expect that kind of a short cover rallying. So back to the S&Ps, just to reiterate, 2072 and a quarter, bottom of value. Bull bear zone 2073 half, 2075 and a quarter, and the top is 2079.75. That's what we got going on there. All the Nasdaq, Russell, and the Dow are their pivots are in a side. 5 minute pivots are in a sell. Let me throw our 5 minute pivot up here to see where we're going to start out. All right, let's open this up. All right, so the 5 minute pivot is right here at 2063.75. 2063.75. If we get up there, take that out, it could make a run for 2072. All right, we got a negative bias, and I'm thinking that the market is looking like it's going to go down. Remember, negative bias means it has a 70% chance of closing lower than where it opened. So that's going to be important when you take a look at this. All right, everybody have a good day trading. See you at the live session at 10 a.m. Bye.